Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window, and I'll tell you what, enjoy it while it's here. What a day today. This is heading up north into Okanagan County and looking down from our Billy Goat Sky-Fi Tower camera at the cities of Pateros and Brewster. You can see Pateros the bottom of your screen where the Methow River flows into the Columbia, and then just a little farther down is Brewster, and just a few clouds out there as you look towards the Canadian border, and we saw a few of those here today, but it was a beautiful fall day, but unfortunately, it's all good things. It's coming to an end. We are going to see winter weather, not so much on Wednesday or even Thursday, even though Thursday will be cooler. But by the time we get into Friday, a good chance that all of us will see that white stuff on Friday with much cooler temperatures. We are talking highs by probably the weekend, only in the low 40s with lows in around the 30-degree mark. And we'll tell you much more about this polar vortex coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A woman badly injured in a three-car accident Wednesday south of Quincy has died. A Marysville man who became lost while on a hunting trip in the Lake Wenatchee area was found by rescuers early Sunday morning after a 5-hour search. A pilot escaped uninjured after his plane crashed Sunday near Warden in Grant County. And Moses Lake police expect to file animal cruelty charges against a man after a video surfaced on Facebook that showed him apparently hitting and kicking his dog. But first, we begin tonight. A 78-year-old Moses Lake man was killed Saturday when the motorcycle he was riding westbound on Interstate 90 near Vantage went off the roadway and struck an embankment. The Washington State Patrol said Edward J. Wright was ejected from the 2019 Harley-Davidson motorcycle, and then he died at the scene. The accident happened about 2:30 Saturday afternoon. The State Patrol said Williamson may have suffered a medical issue prior to that crash. Meanwhile, a woman badly injured in a three-car accident last Wednesday south of Quincy has died. 23-year-old Patricia Malanes Moreno passed away Friday at Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center in Spokane. State troopers say the Yakima woman crossed the center line while northbound on Highway 281 between Quincy and George. Her Honda Accord collided with a southbound Ford Mustang and then a Nissan Quest. The driver of that van, 49-year-old Lydia Rodriguez of George, was also injured. A Marysville man who became lost while on a hunting trip in the Lake Wenatchee area was found by rescuers early Sunday morning after a 5-hour search. According to the Chelan County Sheriff's Office, 73-year-old David Sargent of Marysville became lost on a primitive road near Meadow Creek while hiking to meet his hunting party and then was reported missing by his family at 9:30 Saturday night. Sargent was able to make radio contact with searchers but was unable to determine his location. Rescuers were able to locate Sargent at about 2:30 Sunday morning after he fired his rifle to help narrow the search perimeter. Sargent, who was suffering from hypothermia and low blood sugar, was transported to Cascade Medical Center in Leavenworth, where he's listed in fair and stable condition. A pilot escaped uninjured after his plane crashed Sunday near Warden in Grant County. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said Grant Cox was attempting to land his 1989 Christian Industries Model A1 at about 2 p.m. when he struck a power line. The accident happened near Road 2 Southeast and Road P Southeast. Moses Lake police expect to file animal cruelty charges against a man after a video surfaced on Facebook that showed him apparently hitting and kicking his dog. Police said Sunday they had rescued the dog and it was in custody and safe. On that video, which has since been removed from Facebook, the man is first heard shouting obscenities, then the yelp of a dog. The person taking the video then raises the camera over the fence of the man's property, and the man is shown swinging and kicking as a second dog paces around that backyard. Well, coming up next, COVID-19 has been detected in 2 Leavenworth school children, one of whom was attending middle school classes. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said they may never know why a dog attacked its owners earlier this month, killing a 27-year-old Moses Lake man. A cyber attack playing on concerns about coronavirus is apparently making the rounds. And emergency responders in Grant County are mourning the death of the founder of Protection One EMT service in Quincy. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Pybus Public Market's motto is where community meets. Whether it's people, enjoying an event, or they meet a colleague for coffee and whip out their laptop and are able to actually do work here, having quick and reliable Wi-Fi is one of the things that makes Pybus such a great community hub. It just contributes to the welcoming place that we want Pybus to be. I'm Allie, and fiber keeps people connected, and that's what Pybus Market is all about.
Welcome back. In another news, 2 siblings attending Cascade schools in Leavenworth have tested positive for COVID-19. However, because their exposure was limited, hybrid classes will continue as normal. The district says one student from Alpine Lakes Elementary last attended in-person classes there October 9th. The other, an Icicle River Middle School student, has not been on campus. All students attending school buildings for hybrid instruction must wear facial coverings and practice social distancing. Both students must test negative for the virus and remain off campus for a period of time before they can return to in-person schooling. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said they may never know why a dog attacked its owners earlier this month, killing a 27-year-old Moses Lake man. Last week, Grant County Coroner Craig Morrison said Zachary Willis died of multiple dog bites from the pit bull mix. He declared the manner of death accidental. A woman in the Harvest Manor mobile home also was hospitalized in that October 8th attack. Sheriff's Office spokesman Kyle Foreman said, quote, "The answer to why the dog attacked may never be fully known. It's just one of those cases where some questions will go unanswered," unquote. In other news, a cyber attack playing on concerns about coronavirus is apparently making the rounds. The Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce and the Chelan Douglas Health District say an emailed zip file with the label Phase 2 Guidance apparently carries malware that can affect your computer. The Health District is not the source of the email, and it advises anyone receiving it not to open the attached file. Chelan and Douglas counties were recently moved to Phase 2 of the state's COVID-19 recovery plan. The district recommends caution handling emails regarding COVID-19 that do not come from trustworthy sources. Well, emergency responders in Grant County are mourning the death of the founder of Protection One EMT service in Quincy. Protection One announced Brian Williamson's death Sunday, but didn't release the cause. Williamson was in his early 40s. He founded Protection One in 2011 after working as a paramedic for Quincy Valley Medical Center. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
as the sun sets on another hot summer. Let the experts at Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa winterize and close your pool. Closing your swimming pool is the most important service to get right. Letting the professionals from Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa close your pool will ensure that you won't cost yourself thousands of dollars in damage next year. Want to save a little money? Consider dropping the water level yourself and save. Don't wait. Blue Lagoon's pool closing schedule is filling up quickly. Call today.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, many public spaces remain closed due to COVID-19 and local fire stations aren't immune. That's why Douglas County Fire District 2 opted to show off its main East Wenatchee station in a recent virtual tour hosted by one of its crew members. You can view the tour on YouTube or the district's Facebook page. Here's a sneak peek.
Let me show you where we hang out when the workday is over. We stay here for 48-hour shifts, so we have to have a place to live just like you do, with a living room and kitchen and bathrooms and bedrooms. And so this is our living room and our dining room table. And this is our kitchen. And lots of people like to bring us goodies, and we're very appreciative for it. But let me show you our bedroom. We have a hallway just like you have a hallway, and in your hallway you should have a smoke detector. But not just in your hallway, you should have a smoke detector also in your bedroom. And this is one of our bedrooms. We sleep 2 guys to a room to maximize our space, and we have our lockers. But do you notice how we don't have a window? You should have 2 ways out of your bedroom. So we don't have a window, we don't have a second way out of our bedroom, so they put an exit door right there so that we have 2 ways to get out of the building too. So if you don't know what your second way to get out of your bedroom is, you should talk to your mom and dad and find out. Sorry, I almost closed the door on you. So this is Rescue 1. In Rescue 1, we take for more than just medical emergencies. We also use it for car crashes and water rescues. And so it's kind of a multi-purpose truck, and we're able to get there faster, and it's like a big toolbox on wheels. And some of these tools are really cool, and maybe you've heard of them, called like the jaws of life, but we just call them cutters and spreaders and a ram. And with these tools, they're battery powered now, they're quieter, and we can cut a car apart. So if people get into a car accident and the car is crushed and they can't get out of the car and they're hurt, we're able to use these tools and cut them out and get them to the hospital safely. Now this is engine 1, and this is our main fire truck. Now we take out, if there is a house on fire or any other structure, we take this truck, and that is because this truck has all kinds of different tools. We have ladders up there so that we can get up and crawl through a window or get on top of a roof. We have tools like, we call these in the fire service irons. And irons are like the key to the city. We can open just about any door that's locked. Well, we hope to have you next year to sit in the fire trucks and be here for real and get a hat and a coloring book. Don't be afraid to visit our website if you want to know some more information. And thanks again for watching. Take care.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And after Kind of a so-so weekend. It really wasn't all that bad. A little bit breezy. A beautiful day to start this work week as we head up north into Okanagan County and look outside our weather window. Pateros here, Brewster up here. You can see the Methow River running into the Columbia. And yeah, there were some clouds up north and a few clouds back here as well, but it didn't keep our temperatures down all that much. It was a beautiful day today. High temperature unofficially 66 degrees, and that's above our 59 that is now our normal high temperature. We started out at 47, and that's 7 degrees warmer than normal. 40 is our normal low. 75 record high in 1981, record low 25 in 1984. I'll tell you what, we're going to see temperatures very close to that by the end of this forecast. We'll get to that in a second. Sunrise this morning, 7:26, and the sun will set tonight at 6:04. Let's take a peek at what we can expect as we get into our Tuesday forecast. And really not a whole lot of change except some cooler temperatures. We'll still see a mix of clouds and sun out there. Lots of 60s and 61s on our map for tomorrow. Wenatchee 60 degrees, Leavenworth 58, and Chelan, you will see a high tomorrow also of 60 degrees, and I'm telling you, enjoy it. Let's get to that surface loop now, and I'll show you why. Tonight, we're going to continue with some breezy conditions. Really wasn't terrible today, but it was in some portions of central Washington, and that will continue. It's right along this cloud bank that's right now west of the Cascades. Did bring Seattle and up in Bellingham some showers today. As we get into Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. As I just mentioned, mild tomorrow with temperatures right around that 60-degree mark, and enjoy that because it's going away pretty quickly, as you'll see here in a second. For Wednesday, partly cloudy and breezy. Not as much, though, I don't think, as what the Weather Service has predicted. I think just some breezy conditions, but big weather changes are on the way. Here's our trough of low pressure that's continuing to slide down, and as it does, that's what we're going to see. Much cooler temperatures. We talked about this all the way into last week. Frost possible Thursday morning, partly cloudy with highs Thursday only maybe around 50 for a high. By the time we get into Friday, even cooler than that. And a 50% chance, look at that, rain mixed with snow. Those are snowflakes all throughout the Pacific Northwest. And here's a look at that polar vortex of cold air as it continues to sag down into the central part of the country. By the time we get into Saturday, we're just going to continue to be cold, partly cloudy skies. We're talking temperatures Saturday. Look at that. Maybe 44 to 45 degrees. Spokane's only predicted to get to about 38 for a high on Saturday. By Sunday, it's going to stay that way. We'll see a little bit more sun, so it won't feel as cold Sunday. But look at the scope of this cold air as it sinks all the way down into northern Arizona and northern New Mexico. We're talking temperatures once again in the low to mid 40s on Sunday. And as we get past that, even into Monday, we're talking temperatures in the upper 30s with lows possibly down into the mid 20s. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating and Cooling 7-day forecast. A very nice 44 for this time of year overnight. 60 tomorrow, 39 our low. And this is where things begin to go downhill. 58 for Wednesday, 50 on Thursday. And then that good chance for a rain mixed with snow shower on Friday, and 44. 43 for the high Saturday, 26 the low. And by Sunday, sunny, 42 your high temperature. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's Sports Report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Hope, oxygen to your soul, color in your world, a light to your future.
Difficult to qualify and quantify,
yet you know when it's lacking.
So many things have promised us hope,
but have left us feeling hopeless and empty.
Real hope is able to stand firm even on the darkest day of the soul, and still say with the prophet Jeremiah,
"For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord.
Plans to prosper you and not to harm you.
Plans to give you a hope and a future."
The Apostle Paul declared to a young church in Rome,
"May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace
as you trust in him,
so that you may overflow with hope
by the power of the Holy Spirit."
If our God is a God of hope, then maybe it's your turn to experience a hope that cannot be shaken
nor destroyed.
And maybe it's time to hope again.
Maybe it's time to become a generation of hope.
What if the same God that raised Christ Jesus from the dead
can resurrect your hope?
Maybe it's time to hope again.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue.
Currently, Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is open for dine-in and take-out. Owner Justin Hefner and his staff are just as excited as you to get back to their regularly scheduled full menu, music, and poker. So stay tuned. Meanwhile, Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is serving a limited menu for lunch and dinner, dine-in or take-out.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. The Tampa Bay Rays are headed to the World Series after downing the Houston Astros 4-2 in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series on Saturday. Make that Randy Arozarena, who was the ALCS MVP, hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first inning off Houston starter Lance McCullers Jr. to give the Rays the early lead. Former Mariner Mike Zunino added to it with a solo home run in the second and a sacrifice fly RBI in the sixth that put Tampa up 4-0. Zunino says it's a pretty surreal feeling to be headed to his first ever World Series.
Man, it feels awesome. This is beyond my wildest dreams here. I feel extremely grateful. This group of guys, this organization, what we've had to endure this year, it's a special group. And to be able to go and, play another series with these guys is well worth it. Man, you go up 3-0, and whether we get a little complacent, whether we get a little comfortable, whether we put some pressure on ourselves to try to end it quicker, we took ourselves out of our game, and guys came back today. There was a real sense of calm. It really felt how the clubhouse usually feels, and these guys responded.
Charlie Morton was stellar on the mound, lasting 5 2/3 innings of 2-hit shutout ball with 6 strikeouts. Tampa Bay's Game 7 victory Saturday came after being up in the series 3-0 and losing 3 straight to Houston. Manager Kevin Cash says things got a little tight.
The last 3 days were pretty agonizing. There's no doubt. We definitely added to the, to all of our stress levels. That's a really good team over there. And to think, it would be wrong of anybody to assume that we were just going to walk through that. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I probably would have rather got it done in Game 4 or 5 than winning it in Game 7. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know what any of us thought going into Game 7. I mean, it's fair to say that the Astros had all the momentum. It was up to us to change it around. There were a couple key things in that game, I thought, that with Willie's diving play, and then certainly Randy and Chuck. But what it says about the club, we're a really good team, and we can withstand some lumps. All good teams show the ability to rebound, and we did.
This will be the Rays' second World Series in franchise history. Tampa Bay lost to Philadelphia in the 2008 Fall Classic 4-1. Well, the Dodgers will represent the National League after coming back to beat Atlanta 4-3 in Sunday's Game 7 of the NLCS. Enrique Hernandez hit a game-tying home run in the 6th inning on a 2-2 pitch off reliever A.J. Minter. Then in the 7th, Cody Bellinger hit a homer on a 2-2 pitch off reliever Chris Martin to provide the Dodgers margin of victory.
I had the same approach. I faced them in the 8th or 9th inning yesterday. Felt pretty good against them. I just tried to stay with myself right there, and I just tried to get on base, and 2 strikes, I was in battle mode, and I got a pitch that I could hit right there. And it was one of those where you hit it and you know right away. It felt really good.
Corey Seager was named the NLCS MVP after hitting 5 home runs and 15 RBIs over the series. He and manager Dave Roberts says winning a Game 7 was pretty fun.
That was pretty cool. Obviously, it wasn't just me though. That was a complete team effort right there. 1 through 28 went out there and just absolutely grinded through that series. That was even a really fun Game 7 right there. That was a test every single night, and we were up for it, and we're up for the next step too. We never gave up. This team never quit. We came out every night expecting to win. We got down 3-1 and we still expected to win. So that's a tip your cap to that clubhouse and how we responded, how we always came back, we always kept energy, we always just found the big play, found the big spark, whether it was defensively, offensively, pitching. You know, we grinded through that series, and it was a lot of fun to be on top of that one.
I just think, I try to stay more even-keeled emotionally as far as on the emotional side, I guess, when I'm not yelling and cheering. I don't know. It's just been to see where we came, and I preface this by saying the job's not done, and we all understand that. But I think that still to kind of buy into the Dodge and what we're doing to win baseball games and to make such a difficult year in some instances positive in a championship year for the Los Angeles Dodge and the city of Los Angeles. So had our backs against the walls and had to win 3 games in a row against a very good ball club. And so there's a lot of things that had to happen, and we did it. So I don't know, it was just a kind of all came together, and I was just really happy for our guys.
Julio Urias worked 3 innings of perfect relief to earn the victory. By the way, in the excitement over his go-ahead home run in the 7th inning, Bellinger jumped in the air, smashed forearms with his teammate Hernandez, dislocating his right shoulder. He says he'll feel better in time for Game 1 of the World Series. That's tomorrow, 6:09 p.m. on Fox from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Well, while the Seahawks didn't play last weekend because of their bye, they did gain a little room in the NFC West thanks to the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo bounced back from a miserable performance a week ago against Miami, threw 3 touchdown passes to lead San Francisco past the Rams 24-16 on Sunday Night Football. Garoppolo finished 23 for 33 for 268 yards and a touchdown pass to George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk. It was a tough night, that is, for Jared Goff, who completed 19 of 38 passes for 198 yards, a couple of touchdowns, and an interceptions. Rams fell to 4-2 with the loss, while the Niners improved to 3-3. 3-2 Arizona playing Dallas tonight on Monday Night Football. That game time underway on ESPN. Seattle leads the NFC West with a 5-0 record and will play at Arizona Sunday at 1:05. Here's what we have on tap this week on the NCW Life channel. We'll bring you live coverage of a candidates forum from the local Tel Event Center at Pybus Market on Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. Hockey Night Thursday features a game from last November 30th between your Wenatchee Wild and the Langley Rivermen. We'll have that Thursday night at 7. Friday, it's a replay of October Big 9 football clash from a year ago. Wenatchee Panthers and Sunnyside Grizzlies kick off at 6:30. Then on Saturday's 2 o'clock game pits the Wenatchee girls team against West Valley in soccer. Then at 6, Legends, Thunder, and more from Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. This race back on July 18th. It's all right here on the NCW Life channel. That's sports news. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. As you well know by now, all this week on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we are spotlighting various Make a Difference Day projects. Make a Difference Day, the 30th Make a Difference Day is this Saturday. Tomorrow we'll be talking to our friends at Wenatchee Rainbow for Girls. They are going to be participating in Make a Difference Day. They're trying to get as many toys as they possibly can for the kids affected by the wildfires from August and September. A very important conversation. We want you to chip in and help them out on Make a Difference Day this Saturday. We'll be profiling them all week long on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
2021 models are arriving at Sangster Motors. General Motors is on the move with the all-new 2021 Yukon. Yukon is redesigned from the ground up with a bold new look and all the latest technology. Also new is the Canyon AT4 pickup. This off-road equipped mid-size truck will challenge any rival for performance and value. Both of these models will offer Duramax diesel options for maximum power and economy. The American Challenge is game on at Sangster Motors now.
everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.